Welcome to Kids on Trucks. I'm Chris. This is Waylon. We're working on a 1978 Toyota Land Cruiser, and today we're going to change the door panel. Today's episode is brought to you by Cool Cruisers of Texas. Check them out online at coolcruisers.com. In order to change your door panel, you're going to need a few things: rag, screwdriver, paint scraper, caulking gun with liquid nails, window and door insulation, shop vac, and your new door panel. This is an aluminum powder coated replacement door panel from Cool Cruisers of Texas. It's got all the cutouts for the door handle, the window crank, the holes for the handle to pull it closed, and all the holes for the mounting hardware. These are really cool door panels that are way more robust than the factory panels. And if your panels looked anything like mine, they've probably seen better days. So we're going to go ahead and replace this panel. Included with the door panel is the hardware mounting kit. So you're basically going to pull the old grommets out of your door, put these in there, and then put these screws in through the panel to fasten it to the door. Okay, the first thing you want to do when removing this door panel is take off the window crank. So the easiest way I found to take off the window crank is to take your rag, and you're going to use your rag to shimmy the clip out from behind the crank, which will dislodge it from the spline, and you'll be good to go. So here's a close-up of that clip, and that just rests on the window crank like so. Usually the next thing you'll want to do is remove the cover on the door handle. My cover is broken and missing, so we're not going to worry about removing the cover. So we're going to move on to this other door handle and just remove the two Phillips head screws. Alright, now we got our handle removed. Now we can start popping the old grommets loose. So I've got a paint scraper to just get behind that door panel and help pry it out of there. Once you get one started, you should be able to do the rest by hand. And there we go, we've got our door panel removed. So that can go right in the trash. So the reason I had the door and window insulation kit is I'm going to take that plastic before we put the new panel on and recover all this to help insulate it, because the old plastic is missing. And then I'm going to use the liquid nails to help hold it down to the door panel. The reason I had the shop vac is because you wind up with a lot of debris and moisture trapping particulates in the door jamb that'll actually rust the door out from the inside. So we're gonna shop vac all that stuff out of there. Sound good, Waylon?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'll take the paint scraper and try and get as much of this old silicone and plastic off of the edges as I can. Alright, so we got most of the silicone and old plastic removed and cleaned up. So now we're gonna put down some liquid nails and install the plastic to keep it insulated. While that liquid nails is setting up and getting tacky, we can pull out our old grommets. This is also a good time to take some WD-40 and spray down the gears and linkage for the window crank, just to make sure everything moves good and smooth. And run it back and forth a couple times. Alright. So now we can take our plastic and set it over the door panel. Now we can just cut off any extra plastic. So once you got your plastic stuck to the door panel, go ahead and take all of your grommets, or whatever you want to call these, and put them where the old ones were. Just pop them in there like that. Then take your door panel and set it into place. And then you can start taking the mounting screws and getting them started in all those grommets. It's important not to tighten down any of these screws until you've got all of the screws in place and your window crank, your door handle, and the cover for the lock. That way you're going to be able to make sure everything's lined up and where it needs to be before you tighten any one part of it down. So now we're gonna put the window crank back in, and I've got the clip set into place already. And that's just gonna push on there. Just like that. Now we can put the door handle back on. Again, I haven't tightened any of the screws down yet. We're just getting everything set into place. If you have your locking mechanism cover, you can install that now, and then you're ready to tighten everything down. Then if you got any extra of that insulation plastic sticking out, you can just cut that off. And like that, everything is tightened down and all the pieces are in place. So that's all we've got for this episode. Thanks for watching, And check out our sponsors, Cool Cruisers of Texas, online at coolcruisers.com.